Hello to everyone. How are you? This is Joanna, and today I believe it's Tuesday because I get unsure of my days sometimes. And I wanted to share with you what I got from the grocery store. Spoiler alert, still, let me tell you, I went in there for eggs and sausage and toasting bread, the standard. I even wanted to make a roast and some ribs. None of that will appear in this video, but I did pick up some nice little novelty items, some a little off from what I normally get, some based upon recommendations and other people's videos that I've been watching, like Miss Alex and Miss Kimble. So I'm going to share with you what I got, and I'm going to try to start with the refrigerated items that need to go in the fridge so that I can go ahead and put them up, and then we will go from there. So first up is this little Sara Lee all butter pound cake. And the reason that I got this is because y'all know that I have been making a lot of iced coffees this summer between my Nespresso and my Keurig. And a lot of times I go to work, I use those little 16-ounce cups or the 24-ounce ventis. And that's a lot of coffee on my stomach. And usually I'm not eating anything. And so it was an idea that I had, or rather the fact that I need to be having something to eat with all that coffee, because I leave so early in the morning. I don't cook anything. I'll often eat lunch. They let us eat as early as 10:30 because 10:30 to 11:30 is serving time for employees, but I still need to put something on my stomach with the coffee. So it was my intent to get some kind of coffee cake, sort of like whenever I used to go to Starbucks and get a coffee or a hot chocolate and the lemon bread, or I started eating the cream cheese danishes later on. But they didn't have the Eggo, I think it's Eggo sausage, breakfast little waffle sandwiches that I used to get. So I got this. And then the next thing I got, because I used to love the Bob Evans breakfast sandwiches. I used to get them for my son to have something to eat because the medicine he would take in the morning would cut his appetite. So I would often get him a nice juice, make him a hot bowl of flavored oatmeal or something like that. But they don't tend to taste the same in that red box, because I used to buy the mess out of the croissant ones. He loved them. I would get into them and have one. So this time I went ahead and got just this little single serve sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. And then I also got a single serve sausage, egg, and croissant cheese biscuit. So we'll see. But also, those are perfect for me to make in the mornings when I go ahead and have, that iced coffee or what have you when I leave for work. Then I went ahead, and it was my intent to get a few frozen dinners, but y'all know me, I picked up a lot of bulky things at the grocery store. But I wanted to get another one of these because I actually thought that I had one and I did not. This is an old staple you've always seen from me through the years. And then this go around, guys, they are making a little double stuffed pizza. So I thought this would be nice to try because I haven't seen these here. A lot of y'all in cities or bigger areas might have already seen these. Some things we get sort of late between all of our shopping areas, but I thought this would be a nice thing to try. And then the next thing I got, because of Miss Kimble, me and her were talking when I was making the videos about how I learned how to make that matcha drink, right? That frappuccino, green tea frappuccino. Well, I decided that I was going to get some regular Weiler's lemonade and try my hand at one because she said that it's really good and she likes it. And I figured before I go to Starbucks and purchase one or even use my points for one, I would go ahead and try my hand at making one here at home and see if I liked it. Now, I wanted the Weiler's lemonade, but they didn't have any. They had the pre-made packs that were diet, and I was looking for something like this. But guys, I forgot that before I moved in here, I pitched my pitcher. I had a nice lime green 2-gallon pitcher and cup set, and I don't know if I got rid of it in the trash or if I gave it to the Goodwill because there was nothing wrong with it. If y'all remember, I just got to that part in my move where I had to part with things I thought I would never part with. So I have no pitcher to make any lemonade or iced tea or Kool-Aid drinks with. So once I remembered that, after I had my basket loaded up, I went ahead and picked this up in the store. I've had these before, and this is another little drink I used to give my son with his breakfast sandwiches in the mornings after he would have his medicine because it would cut his appetite all day. But my intent with this is to go ahead and put it in my little blender cup with some ice, and then the recommended amount of matcha powder. I'm not sure if in this case it's 3 teaspoons or 1 teaspoon. I will look that up and I will try that. And if I like it, then I will definitely purchase one at Starbucks or even use my points for one. Because y'all know that I usually always say I tend to like the sweet drinks. And when I first got a green tea frappuccino, I actually thought it was something else, but I ended up loving it. So the next thing I got, and this is based on Miss Alex's recommendation because I watch a lot of her Nespresso videos. She did a drink where she used the Chobani oat milk. And I have been getting, y'all know, I've been trying oat milks. I've been trying almond milks and coconut milks. I saw a different one today, a barley milk. It's safe to say, guys, I won't be touching that unless somebody gives me a drink with that in there and I don't know what's in there till they tell me and I like it. There's a great chance all around that I will never in my life try barley milk. But I did go ahead and get this one, and I'm gonna have to go back through and see what video she used what coffee in, because I really do like that coconut milk, the one that I have been using when I learned how to make that pink drink. And I got this. They have a white crayon peach one. I'm gonna try that next. I got this because without me making those pink drinks with it, and my favorite version, guys, if y'all remember, was the one where I used the juice from Starbucks, but I liked this on its own by itself, so that's why I had to get another one. Now, the only creamers that I did not get here, because if I get too many creamers, they either last longer than I think or they expire before I'm ready for them to. So I did go ahead and get the coconut cream because y'all know I have that coconut Nespresso and I now have the coconut syrup. And I went ahead and got my Italian sweet cream. This to me is the equivalent of my plain creamer. It just has a better taste. The creamers, again, that I did not get a refill of the oatmeal cream pie, which I will. I did not get another vanilla creamer, and I did not get creme brulee, and I did not get my Starbucks white chocolate. They had those, but if I would have gotten those, I would have had about 6 creamers. And the last time that I had about 6, I probably would have had 5 because I don't have another one here. But the last time I had like 6 or 7 creamers, a lot of them spoiled on me before I even knew it. So I don't want to go through that because I really love all of the creamers that I named. I love all of the creamers you see me buy, and I usually use them all the way down. Now, this one to me is like the equivalent of plain creamer. It is very good, but if you'll notice, I take things like my vanilla creamer and I take things like this cream right here, and these are my all-purpose base creamers. I will often put these in a little bit of everything. I will put them in milkshakes. A lot of times when I used to do the chocolate martinis, you had to use a creamer. I would often use a little bit of my vanilla nut when they made that. I would often use a little bit of French vanilla, and one time I had some of this and I used it, and that chocolate martini was delicious. So I do want the other creamers, but since I have some creamer in the fridge, I'm going to go ahead and use just these 2. But these were the ones that I wanted most. And then another thing that I did was I've been getting a lot of Imperial because I love Imperial to bake with, but I did not have a tub of margarine or spread or butter. So this is my favorite brand when it comes to this kind of spread. I put it on everything, my toast, my little English muffins, just the one that you dip into when you want to, use a little bit of spread on something. So this one is my favorite brand. The crock churn style, I didn't see that one, so I don't know if they don't make it or if my store just didn't have it. So we're going to put this up and I'm going to share with you the rest of what I got. All right, so being that I was out, I wanted some candy, some chips, some cookies, and some snacks, right? Always want food. I happen to have seen the saltwater taffy that I've been getting, but if you'll be able to notice, you might not can tell from this package, but let me see. This one right here, I thought I saw something dark. I've noticed they've changed these a little bit, and there are some different taffies in here, so I thought I would give this a try. See that lavender one with the purple? I don't know what that flavor is going to be, but I'm excited to find out. And then this one right here, I believe this is like that Neapolitan one. I haven't seen that in a while. But also this one right here that looks like those, what was those little candies that was in the package with the cow and it had the white center. It looks like one of those, but I know that it's not. But because this taffy looked a little bit different, I went ahead and got 4 packages because these are $1, but this one's really intriguing me, so I'm glad to see I have another piece there. And then I also ambled into Walgreens, and I didn't want anything much, but I have been looking for the pink sugar body mist. I learned from a lot of you ladies on here, Kayla, Michelle, and a few other ladies, that there is a pink sugar body mist. Now, I do have the perfume, and I love it. I have a small lotion and body wash that came with that, but I really do love the pink sugar scent in all forms. And when I was in Walgreens before, it was this one or the Ariana Grande Sweet Like Candy that I wanted to buy, and they didn't have any. And then they also had the J-Lo Glow that I figured I'd give a try later, and a Jennifer Aniston. I did like those, but I didn't pick them up that day. This was the only one that was there. And the cap looked like it had been sprayed in, so I didn't smell it for fear of you know what. But see how that looks still? I tried to wipe it out with my shirt, but I'm actually going to take this off of here. And let me see. Yeah, that's moist on the inside. So I'm actually going to wash this in my dishwater and dry it out. And I'll probably sanitize this. I don't need to smell it anyway because I know what it smells like. But I did get that. And then I also picked these up because all I wanted was that mist. And these were at the counter for $1.99. And y'all know I like these wipes and the Huggies wipes, especially in this size of a pack, because if y'all remember, I said for that female time, I put together a little kit, and now it includes those disposable underwear, and then the Playtex that I like to use, as well as the Always, these wipes, and I always have extra gloves because that time can be pretty bad sometimes. So the next things that I got was I went ahead and I saw this Mylanta, and I do have regular antacids like Tums, but I don't have a liquid, and the fact that this said caramel vanilla really got me. So they only had like 3 of these, and I went ahead and got it. Also, that Chobani vanilla oat milk, they only had like 3 of those in the store too. So I don't know if they're putting it out to test it or if they're good sellers. The next thing I got that I've never had before is these little body armor light waters. Or I don't know if they're waters or juice. What are they considered to be? Low calorie, no sugar added sports drinks. They're a sports drink. Well, I used to like Propel, but the flavors is what got me. So I thought that I would try the peach mango, and I thought that I would try the watermelon. And again, these are little drinks that I'll stick in my locker so that when I'm at work and I want to drink and I don't want to go to the vending machine, or just something to carry out of the house when I do go to work. So another thing I got was I was looking for the smaller bottle of this Alkaline 88 water. Y'all know that I love this. It's a staple for me now whenever I can get it. I do want to go back to the store, either when I'm by myself and just get 2 of the biggest bottles, or when I'm with a friend, buy 3 or 4 of the biggest bottles. But they do make these in a smart water size, only my store didn't have any today. And then the next thing that I got was I wanted some pancake mix. And I normally, guys, get the buttermilk, but this looked like fun. And it wasn't too whimsical for me because I will eat this anyway. But I always love to find the pancake mix where you just add water. But those of you with kids or little girls and you want this for them, they had this one and a unicorn one. And it had a little bit more color to it. But this was just like $2.68, I think, like that. And that was it. So let me put some of this up. I'll pause and be back in a few seconds. And just like that, we're back. So I did want to get some cereal. I didn't really know what cereal I wanted, and I didn't really have time to really look around, and I didn't want to go over to the aisle where the granola was. So I spied a box of this, and I went ahead and got it. And this is the fruit and yogurt. I've had this before, very crunchy. It meets your sweet fix when you just want something that's not too sweet, but you want a snack, but you kind of don't want anything, you know, that you consider unhealthy. It's a really good cereal. I love the Special K brand. And of course, y'all know I got Cherry Coke and I got some Pringles. I only got 1 can because I smashed my other can. If y'all remember the last time I got some, I dropped the can at home here a few times before I opened it up. So they were tore up. So I did go ahead and get another Cherry Coke and another reduced fat Pringles. And again, if you know me, you know it's only because I love the way they taste, not because they're reduced fat. Then, guys, there was Bounty. And here's the funny thing. I got this roll of Bounty because it's printed. I prefer Viva over Bounty. Ever since our thing happened where there was no toilet paper and no paper towels. When they did bring the paper towels back, all of them are solid white. Bounty, Scott, Brawny, Viva, and I remember when people were talking about how they wanted things to be normal, and that does make sense because I like my paper towels to be printed. They've been printed all my life. So the only reason I chose this Bounty today over my Viva is because it's got prints on the actual, thing here. I had to look at it to make sure, because you see how this is right here. But yeah, it's actually printed on the actual paper towel, which I like and I'm very happy about, because also this was the only one there like this. So I don't know if maybe they had this, from beforehand, and they found maybe a box or two, that they didn't put out during that time. But the good news is my Viva was in a 2-pack roll this time instead of a big one. And it was the same size as this Bounty. I just really wanted something that looked like normal paper towels. And I'm thinking about putting a paper towel roll over there, if you can see. I'm trying to think. I don't know right now if I want to put a shelf. There's room for both, actually. I'm going to look on Amazon for something like what's on my shower. And just so y'all know, those dishes piled up over there, that's the clean side. I never leave my sink full of dirty dishes. But I'm thinking about doing that. So y'all let me know if y'all have anything like that, because those things that were meant for the shower might work up there. I guess I'll start by looking for adhesive type paper towel racks, I guess, because I definitely want to put something over there, but I don't want to do too much, and I want something up on that wall that will hold dishwashing liquid, so I know I can look for one of these shower rack things for that. But I was very happy to find this. So if I don't stop knocking stuff over here, the last things that I got, or I should say the very first thing when I walked in the store, was I was after this caramel drizzle coffee and the morning cup. It used to be called morning cup, now it's called morning cafe. This is a mild version, just your normal run-of-the-mill coffee, and I love it. But I saw the Veranda blend, and I almost picked up the Veranda ground coffee. And what stopped me was, one, I ain't used the ground coffees that I've shown on here, and two, I have it in whole bean form, and I also have a coffee grinder, so I didn't need it. But that didn't stop me, guys. I did go ahead and get this. Now, I had to look at it to make sure, because it also says blonde roast. And I don't remember if when they first came out with blonde roast, it was called Veranda then or not. I just know that the Veranda that I have has that pretty little hummingbird on the package, and it's so pretty. But this was all that I got. And I just wanted to get these coffees because y'all know, even though I'm mixing up all this Nespresso stuff, sometimes I just want plain coffee. And for the most part, I am a tea drinker, because a lot of people at my job that see me mix up these drinks are like, you must love coffee. And I'm like, actually, no. I mean, I'm somebody that loves, these breakfast drinks and blended drinks and shakes. But tea is like my heart, because when I'm sick or I don't feel well, the first thing I do is revert to tea on a hot day. If it's not hot chocolate, it's tea. But I do love, mixing up all these little drinks. So that was it. I just wanted to share that. And until the next time, everyone, have a wonderful day.